Hey folks, in this video I am going to present to you the bolt-on top tube bag from Restrap from Yorkshire, UK, which offer a very big range of bags for every purpose imaginable. And I will be comparing it to the Brooks top tube bag, which uses Velcro straps. As always, this video isn't sponsored in any way and these are my honest opinions. So let's get started. A top tube bag is great for multiple reasons. Everything that one usually carries in one's pockets, one can put in there, making cycling more enjoyable, such as one's phone, a power bank, a pair of sunglasses, headphones, lights, snacks, or some hankies. Although it is not big enough to fit all of that inside at once, for that a bigger bag is necessary, so if you are interested in that, I have already made a review of my frame bag from Brooks, which you can check out on my channel. The bag came attached to a piece of cardboard with some information on the rear. The bag is only available in one size and has a capacity of 0.8 liters, which is a bit on the smaller size, the range being from 0.6 to 1.4 liters. It is only available in the color black, costs 46 euros, weighs 100 grams and is made from 100% waterproof material. The distance between the two mounting points on the top tube is 64mm, which is the same as for bottle cages. And because there are two standards as for how far they are set back from the stem, there are 4 holes in the bag. One pair for if the upper mounting point is set back 104mm and one pair for if it is set back 84mm. Because one only uses one pair, the other 2 holes will allow water to get into the bag in case it is submerged underwater, although I don't think that will happen too often. For making it even more rigid, the bag has a rubber band which one puts around the stem and fastens to a plastic clip. I'm not sure whether the rubber band is much better than using a strap as Brooks is using it is just a different approach. One can adjust both the strap by closing it at a tighter or wider circumference and the rubber band by undoing one of the knots and making a new one further in or outwards, although it is quicker to adjust the strap. First and foremost, if your bike doesn't have any mounting points on its top tube, the version with Velcro straps is the only and therefore your best option. I have not tried out their other bag which uses straps, but I have used the one from Brooks, which shouldn't be much different, so I know the system. Whilst the straps enable one to mount the bag without any tools, it isn't quicker to do so. Also, I don't find it a very good argument that no tools are required, since every sensible cyclist has at least a multi-tool with him. Just my opinion. Also, if you are able to mount your bag without any tools, anyone who might be interested in stealing it from you also doesn't need any. If it requires only a mini tool, that will hold back most people who come by. Another advantage of using bolts is that the bag stays in place better. I noticed the bag from Brooks was always leaning towards the sides after cycling over rougher terrain because the straps just can't hold it in place as well. Another point why I prefer the bolt-on version, which is interesting for those who use a frame bag like I sometimes do, is that if a strap of the frame bag is wrapped around the top tube in between the bolts, it makes it impossible to detach the frame bag without first detaching the one on the top tube. That makes the frame bag, which is as such only fastened with Velcro straps, even safer. In my opinion, the bolt-on version looks cleaner, just sitting on the top tube without any straps wrapped around it. In case one has a drop bar, a possible benefit of having straps is that when the bar turns, they prevent the ends from hitting the top tube if fastened at the right length. The part which will be used the most is the zipper, and whilst one is cycling, one tends to prefer only having to use one hand and keeping the other hand on one's handlebar for more safety. Opening the bag is not a problem, but closing it is, and that's the case for both bags. The first problem that the bag from Brooks has is that the zipper makes quite a sharp turn at the end, and when one has opened the zipper the whole way, when one tries to pull it back up, it doesn't work very smoothly. The zipper on the bag from Restrap doesn't have that problem because because it has a more direct slope, but the problem here is that the distance between the end of the zipper and the bolt, which is further back, is bigger, and therefore when one tries to pull the zipper back up, one pulls the whole rear of the bag up, preventing the zipper to close. The bag from Restrap at least has a lash at the end which one can hold in order to prevent that, whilst one has to grab the whole bag from Brooks because there is not such an option. But in both cases, the bag is not designed for one-hand use, which I find very disappointing because both are very big and well-known brands. To prevent that from happening, at least on the bag from Restrap, one can fasten the lash to one's top tube. Funny enough, the smaller Velcro strap from the bag from Brooks fits perfectly, but one can also use a zip tie. That makes using the zipper with only one hand no problem. I wish they had come up with that idea. Other than the not so well thought through design for having to use both hands to close the bag, there's one other thing that I dislike about the bag, and that is luckily easy to fix. That's the hook of the zipper. Because it is made from metal, it rattles when going over anything a bit bumpy. I wish they had used a similar solution to Brooks by using a cord and wrapping some plastic around it so it stays in a shape which one can easily grab and which doesn't make any noise. I ended up replacing the hook by putting the one from my Brooks bag onto it, which was easy because one can just pull it through itself to remove it and put it back on. Because of the rubber flap, the bag from Restrap does not have a hole through which one can thread a cable in order to power one's phone or board computer with a power bank sitting in the bag, as is the case with the bag from Brooks. For me, that is less of a problem because I have that option on my Brooks frame bag already, but for those who might only want a top tube bag and want to have that option, that might be a big disadvantage. As it always is the case, whether the bag is something for you depends on the specifications which are most important to you. For me, the bag is great because the disadvantages I mentioned are not actually that big problems for me, so if you're looking for a stable bag to put smaller items in, this might be a good option. What is your opinion? Have you got a bag which you really like? Let me know in the comments down below. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up, and if you are interested in bicycle gear and bikes in general, consider subscribing to my channel. Thanks for watching, enjoy your day with a nice ride, and see you soon. Bye!